Hello, my friends. I'm beginning to think about the fall of 2022. That's because this fall will be very important to me. It will mark my 25th year with a website for my artwork and what has become known as Tiger Tunes. I would have celebrated the 20th year on the World Wide Web, but that was 2017. As most of you who know me even slightly, I was up to my neck in recovering from the flood of 2016. I wasn't much into celebrating, as you can imagine. But the misery and distractions are behind me, and I'm looking forward to enjoying this 25th year. So I wanted to put together a little video to talk about what I plan for this 25th year. I want to tell you some of the ways you can enjoy it with me. Instead of watching my head talk to you, I put together some video clips of me capturing my creation of a mascot for the 2022 Tiger Tunes LSU football schedule. This mascot is a Seminole warrior, Chief Osceola. He's the mascot for Florida State. We played Florida State in the Superdome for the first football game of the season. So take a look over my shoulder and watch the Seminole come to life. 25 years. That's a long time. For me, that's over a third of my life. 25 years is traditionally called the silver anniversary. It's a big deal. But how will I celebrate the days leading up to this fall? I put a lot of thought into that. As a matter of fact, I had been thinking about how to celebrate the 20-year anniversary in 2017. And I fully expected I'd be celebrating it that year. But then the flood hit me. It's just as well. I have learned so much in the last 5 years. In addition, technology has also developed very fast. There are new developments that will help me celebrate this anniversary even better than I had imagined. There's also the new ideas from friends for which I am grateful. So what might you expect during this year? One of the concerns I have is my legacy. I am grateful for the 25 years behind me. But what are the odds that I have 25 years in front of me? My dad is 96 years old and will be 97 in September. If I make it another 25 years, I'll be about 92 or 93 years old. Still younger than Dad is now. I guess I can only hope. In the last few years, I have lost friends older than me. Sadly, I have even lost friends that are my age or younger. So I'm conscious of this and want to use whatever days I have well. One of the ways I can use my days is to build a legacy, especially of my artwork. I lost 45 years of artwork with the flood. I was devastated by this, but eventually I got over it. But that experience has fueled my desire to create, to preserve what I create, and to distribute my creations into more hands. Ultimately, I want people in the future to enjoy my work when I'm not around. This digital age we are living through is remarkable. It will allow me to create the legacy with tools that are still being developed. I don't know what it eventually will look like, but I am not waiting. I'm going to move forward and allow myself to make mistakes. For now, I have organized my efforts within 5 categories for action. They are communicating, creating, archiving, distributing, and monetizing. Communicating with you during this year is a high priority. Social media will be one of the most useful ways for me to do this. Facebook, with a personal Facebook page and the Tiger Tunes group, I will be able to blanket my communications to a larger crowd. I also have a Twitter account and an Instagram account. I have not been consistent with these services, but I know some people use these more frequently than anything else, so I can reach out to them using Twitter and Instagram. Another service I will use more will be YouTube. Online videos are a valuable way to entertain and inform. I have improved my skills with this service to reach more people in a different way. Teleconferencing has become more prevalent through FaceTime, Facebook, Zoom, Google Meet, and many other platforms. I will hold fun meetings to visit with you and to share information with you and anybody who is interested. Email will still be a useful tool for me. I intend to improve my use of this method. Other platforms will no doubt emerge. Others will change. It's hard to keep up with it all, but I will seek to find the best ways to get out there to you. Creating as a category of action, I'll have no problem with. Not a day goes by that I don't draw something or make some digital art or paint a picture. In other moments, I may pick up a guitar and write a ditty. In still other moments, I may get inspired and write a story on the word processor. Creation is what I'm about. If I am not creating, I am sick, I am asleep, or someone or something is demanding my time. I am committed to working hard at new and interesting projects and sharing the process and the results with you. The next action, archiving. Archiving my past and current work is not fun, but it must be done to keep my work valuable to others. Though I lost a lot of creations in the flood of 2016, I still have thousands of digital files. And of course, I have the newer hard copy art pieces I have made in the last few years. I need to take time organizing the material so folks can access it easily in the future. For instance, I have old sketchbooks that were up in the attic from over 30 years ago. I have newspaper clippings from my high school and LSU days. I also have thousands of photographs that are over 60 years old. These are not useful to anyone if they can't find them to look at them. I have slowly and surely scanned much of this material. They are in digital formats. They can be accessed in a number of ways. I will continue to organize this archive in a systematic fashion. It seems boring, but it's not as boring as it sounds. Distributing my work makes this all worthwhile. Delivering new creations and past creations to you is very important to me. I plan to create printed materials so you can hold them in your hand. I have been putting it off, but I am committed to doing a book, maybe a series of books. I am compiling one now. I will also generate ebooks, videos, PDFs, slideshows, and other presentations so you can enjoy and share the work you like. We live in a digital world, and I want to give you as many digital ways to get to the stuff. Finally, one of the actions I will take is monetizing the work. Monetizing my work will help me do more work. I have never been motivated by money. I like money, but I like what money can do for me more. Rarely have I used my creativity for money. I recognize my work has value, but it's hard to put a price on that value. I have charged for some of my artwork, People have paid me in various ways other than cash. Some people know I like scotch, so I get scotch. I sold one painting years ago for $1,200. That was the most I ever made for one art piece. When I worked with newspapers and magazines, I never got enough to live on. They were considered piecemeal jobs. I don't know why. I would do a piece, but I never got paid enough for a meal. I had pursued doing artwork for galleries, but Katrina closed the galleries, ran off the owners, and put an end to that dream. I tried the donation route, and people were very generous, but I didn't feel comfortable with that approach. I will always readily share my talents with others. That will not stop. I'll post my work for free. I'll do that until the day I die. And I know some of you want to show your appreciation to me in some tangible fashion. I have never figured out a decent way to exchange value for value. Your appreciation and encouragement has been wonderful, and it has been enough. However, the work I do does cost me money, real money. Computers and printers, scanners and graphics programs, paper and canvas, ink and paint, brushes and pencils, and everything else like drawing boards, light bulbs, and scotch tape cost money. I do not have a clue as to how much I have spent over the years. Then the hurricane in 2008 and the flood in 2016 took some of my tools and supplies away. Just replacing computers has been expensive, even with the insurance money. I'm just now getting back to where I can create more easily. But I'm not complaining. Things are going pretty well right now. I'm realizing, though, that I didn't let people help me. Many friends have fussed at me. One said the other day that I could be even more generous if I let people contribute monetarily to my work. As generous as many of you say I am, it's important to me to allow you to be generous too, and be generous to me. I believe that is a worthy thing. It is value for value. In recent years, a few interesting ways to get some compensation for artwork have emerged. One approach is a subscription system. Patreon is the biggest platform for this type of compensation. Of course, YouTube gives advertising dollars to creators who have huge followings and viewers. And then there are the NFTs, non-fungible tokens, in the blockchain universe that have become all the rage recently. I have explored these platforms and have decided to pursue NFT sales and auctions, since so much of my stuff is digital and it lends itself to collections. This allows followers of my work to purchase and own unique and original digital files from my archive. We'll see how that goes. In this 25th year, in this silver anniversary year, these are the actions I will make to be creative and to reach you and others. You can participate initially by watching out for updates on my progress. I will report to you weekly on what I have learned, what mistakes I have made and how I corrected them, and what successes and failures I have. I will ask you for your encouragement and suggestions. I will answer your questions and ask you to help me. I am anxious to see what the next few months hold. I know I will have a flurry of activity followed by periods of downtime. I'll be energized and then I'll be exhausted. That's how I work. I have a lot to do before I turn 70 in a couple of years. It could be a fun journey where we learn together and inspire each other. Let's give it a try. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I will do my reports here on YouTube. I am not certain what the next report will be about. I have been studying NFTs with a few other people. I am learning to format my book with a layout program, and I am improving my animation and video skills for the future. So I won't be doing tutorials as such, but I will point you in some directions if you're interested in some of the work I'm doing. Until then, my best to you. And always, may your next worst day be better than your best past day. Take care.